Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of history's most remarkable individuals. I'm your host, General Biography. Today, we're going to explore the extraordinary life of Quanah Parker, a legendary Comanche leader who left an indelible mark on the American West. Born in the early 1850s, Quanah Parker was the son of a Comanche chief and a Caucasian woman, making him a unique figure in the annals of Native American history. The 1850s were a time of great upheaval in Texas, with the United States government seeking to expand its territory and assert its authority over the region. The Comanches, who had long been the dominant force in the area, found themselves facing increasing pressure from American settlers and soldiers. Quanah Parker was born around 1845 or 1850 in a small village along the Pease River in what is now northern Texas. His mother, Cynthia Ann Parker, was a white woman who had been taken captive by the Comanches during a raid on her family's fort in 1836. She was just 9 years old at the time and would eventually become fully integrated into Comanche society, marrying Petah, a prominent Comanche chief. Quanah's early life was marked by the harsh realities of the Texas plains. He grew up in a world where violence and displacement were constant threats, and where the traditional ways of his people were under siege from the expanding American presence. Despite these challenges, Quanah's family provided him with a rich cultural heritage, teaching him the language, customs, and traditions of the Comanches. As a young boy, Quanah would have learned the skills necessary to survive in the harsh environment of the Texas plains. He would have been taught how to hunt, ride horses, and fight by his father and other prominent Comanche warriors. These early experiences would shape Quanah's worldview and instill in him a strong sense of loyalty and duty to his tribe. The historical context of Quanah's early years is crucial in understanding the path he would eventually take. The 1850s saw a significant increase in American settlement and military presence in Texas, leading to heightened tensions between the Comanches and the United States government. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 had already set in motion a series of forced relocations and violent confrontations that would ultimately lead to the Trail of Tears. In 1854, when Quanah was just a boy, the Comanches suffered a devastating defeat at the hands of the Texas Rangers, led by Charles Goodnight. The battle, known as the Battle of Village Creek, marked a turning point in the history of the Comanches as they began to realize that their way of life was under threat from the expanding American presence. This event would have had a profound impact on Quanah, who would have seen firsthand the brutality and violence inflicted upon his people. His mixed heritage, his mother's influence, and his father's teachings all contributed to his unique perspective on the world. The harsh realities of the Texas plains, the trauma of displacement and violence, and the resilience of his people all forged Quanah into a leader who would stop at nothing to protect his tribe and way of life. As Quanah grew older, he became increasingly involved in the conflicts between the Comanches and the United States government. The 1860s saw a significant escalation of violence on the Texas plains, with the Comanches facing pressure from American settlers, soldiers, and buffalo hunters. Quanah's father, Petah, was killed in battle in 1864, and his mother, Cynthia Ann Parker, was recaptured by Texas Rangers in 1860. These events would have had a profound impact on Quanah, who would have seen the devastating effects of war on his family and tribe. Despite these challenges, Quanah emerged as a skilled warrior and leader, earning the respect of his peers and the fear of his enemies. He became known for his bravery, strategic thinking, and unwavering commitment to his people. In 1867, Quanah participated in the Battle of Adobe Walls, where Comanche warriors clashed with American buffalo hunters. Although the battle was a defeat for the Comanches, Quanah's leadership and fighting skills earned him recognition as a rising star among his people. As the United States government continued to exert pressure on the Comanches, Quanah became increasingly involved in diplomacy efforts. In 1870, he met with American officials at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where he advocated for the rights of his tribe and pushed for a peaceful resolution to the conflicts. However, these efforts were ultimately unsuccessful, and the Comanches continued to face forced relocation, violence, and marginalization. One of the most significant events in Quanah's life was the Red River War of 1874 to 1875, where Comanche warriors clashed with American soldiers in a series of brutal battles. Quanah played a key role in the conflict, leading his warriors in several skirmishes against the Americans. Although the war ultimately ended in defeat for the Comanches, Quanah's bravery and leadership earned him widespread recognition as a hero among his people. The Red River War marked a turning point in Quanah's life as he began to shift his focus from warfare to diplomacy and advocacy. In 1875, he surrendered to American authorities at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and began working with government officials to improve the lives of his people. Quanah became a vocal advocate for Comanche rights, pushing for better living conditions, education, and healthcare on the reservations. Throughout the late 1800s, Quanah continued to work tirelessly on behalf of his tribe, using his unique position as a bridge between Comanche and American cultures to promote understanding and cooperation. He met with American presidents, including Theodore Roosevelt, and traveled extensively throughout the United States, speaking out against injustice and advocating for Native American rights. Despite facing immense challenges and personal tragedy, he remained committed to protecting his people and preserving their way of life. Quanah's legacy extends far beyond his own lifetime, as he continues to inspire generations of Native Americans and non-Native Americans alike with his courage, wisdom, and unwavering dedication to justice. As Quanah entered the twilight of his years, he continued to work tirelessly on behalf of his tribe, using his unique position as a bridge between Comanche and American cultures to promote understanding and cooperation. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, he traveled extensively throughout the United States, speaking out against injustice and advocating for Native American rights. Quanah met with American presidents, including Theodore Roosevelt, and testified before Congress on behalf of his people. One of Quanah's most notable advocacy efforts during this period was his work to preserve the traditional Comanche way of life. He recognized that the forced relocation and assimilation policies imposed by the United States government were eroding the cultural heritage of his tribe, and he fought to protect their rights to practice their traditional customs and ceremonies. Quanah also worked to improve living conditions on the reservations, pushing for better housing, education, and healthcare for his people. Despite facing numerous challenges and setbacks, Quanah remained committed to his work, driven by a deep sense of loyalty and duty to his tribe. He continued to inspire generations of Native Americans and non-Native Americans alike with his courage, wisdom, and unwavering dedication to justice. As the years passed, Quanah's legend grew, and he became known as one of the most revered and respected leaders in Native American history. In 1911, Quanah Parker passed away at the age of 64, surrounded by his family and friends. His death marked the end of an era for the Comanche people, but his legacy lived on, inspiring future generations to continue the fight for justice and equality. Today, Quanah is remembered as a hero of the American West, a symbol of resistance against oppression and a champion of Native American rights. His legacy continues to inspire us today, offering a vision of a more just and equitable society where all people can live with dignity and respect. His legacy continues to inspire us today, offering a powerful reminder of the importance of preserving cultural heritage, promoting understanding and cooperation, and fighting for justice and equality. As we close this episode of War Bios, we honor Quanah's memory and continue to tell his story, ensuring that his remarkable life and achievements are never forgotten. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.